Hey guys, sorry it's been so long since my last video of anything for that matter. I have been swamped since getting back from E3. I've had to do, I think, about 4 reviews in 2 weeks, which, if you know, trying to finish 4 games in 2 weeks is really, really hard. And then on top of that, doing the reviews and everything, it's really hard, but it's a good problem to have. So I've just finished up Hunted and, what was the other game? Oh, First Templar. I'm just about done with Alice, and I don't know where I am, if I'm halfway through or not even halfway through Dungeon Siege 3, and then I've got Duke Nukem after that. So actually, 5 games to play. That's, again, not a bad problem to have. So I really, really um, hope you forgive me for being gone so long, and I do have those reviews coming for you soon. So without any more delay, let's go ahead and get to your questions. Oh, and real quick, I will be giving away some beta keys for Uncharted 3's multiplayer beta coming up next week, so make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's at the Raychul, because you have to be a Twitter follower to get some beta keys. And on with the questions. So Falgar517 asks, have you played Lord of the Rings Online? If so, what did or do you think about it? No, I haven't played it. Not a big MMO fan in the first place, but I'm definitely not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I know, how dare you? But it's a little bit all too epic for me, I guess. I loved the movies and the books when I was younger, like the old school movies, but the newer ones just dragged on, and they were just way too just kind of uppity and epic, I guess, if I can is the right way to say it. So I have no interest in any of the Lord of the Rings anything anymore, really. So Watch You One asks, what do you think of old projects such as Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper that have been left in the dust by Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch, though they seem to be working on Unreal 3 and Infamous 2? Well, this question is obviously older, because we know that E3 they did announce a new Sly Cooper, although I think it's being worked on by a new company or a new developer this time. It still looks good, but honestly, games get old, and I'm not saying that Jack and Daxter or Sly Cooper is old. It's just that as a gaming generation, we kind of change our tastes. And as much as I dislike it, gamers nowadays have kind of moved away from the platform action game or platform adventure game like those were, like Crash and Spyro, and even Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom, it tanked, but it was really good. And it was really good on those kind of platform action adventure type of game styles. But gamers don't really want that anymore, and that's pretty obvious in what sells now. But now that we're getting this new Sly Cooper, hopefully we're going to be getting that kind of gameplay style back, because it's some of my favorite type of games. And that style of gameplay is what made me a gamer in the first place. Armando 501st. Oh, please say you're a stormtrooper. Please, oh, please say you're part of the 501st. I love those guys. Anyways, he says, one important question really quick. I know you'll be at Comic-Con this year. I'd like to know if you will be at any specific place so I can meet you and take pictures of you wearing your awesome costumes. Aw, thank you. I won't be at any specific place since I don't like work at a booth or anything. Basically, Comic-Con is fun time for me, and I'm not working. Although I will be filming this year at some points during Comic-Con. But I'm basically going to be running around. The best thing to do is, if you have Twitter on your phone or anything, follow me on Twitter, because I will be tweeting out, like, where I am and what I'm doing and what costumes I'll be in at the time, because I will be in 3 different costumes this year. So I really hope to meet you, and that brings up a good point, is if any of you see me at Comic-Con, I don't care what I'm doing, please stop me and say hi. I always hear after conventions like, oh, you looked busy. I'm never too busy to meet you guys, ever. Anything that I could be doing comes second to you guys. So please stop me and say hi if you do see me at Comic-Con or PAX this year, or any convention. Or even if I walk into an EB you work at, say hi. Please. I'd love it. Swivels asks, I was wondering if you have ever heard of games such as Killer 7 and No More Heroes by Suda51. Of course I have. Because Suda's new game, Shadows of the Damned, is coming out. If you haven't taken a look at it, you probably should, because it's going to be awesome. If you have heard of this game, can you tell me your opinion on it? Actually, I have seen it. I've played it twice already, and I actually interviewed Suda51. If you check out gotgame.com and just search for Raychul. I know I sent a link out on my Twitter of it, but I got to interview him for Shadows of the Damned. and I have it. I haven't had time to play it yet, though. And from what I played twice at the past conventions, I'm a little iffy on it. You know, it just seems like it's too much of a mesh of too many different styles, that it's just kind of over the top, but not in a fun kind of way, if that makes sense. But then again, you've probably already played it by now. I haven't played the full finished copy yet, so that's just my impressions of it when I saw it, you know, months ago. He also asks, I know you hate where the Resident Evil series is gone, but by any chance have you heard of Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, the 4-player co-op title by Capcom? It's not that I hate where Resident Evil's gone, because I do love 4 and 5. It's just completely different from what Resident Evil used to be, and I do think Resident Evil's gotten away from what it used to be, but I don't hate where it's gone. I did see Operation Raccoon City, and I even think that is even further away from what Resident Evil used to be. I'm sorry, but a game can't be scary if I'm playing with 4 other players. And it's just another game that's fallen victim of the must-have multiplayer aspects to everything kind of trend right now. So everybody's trying to pull in all these different co-op and multiplayer type of gameplay into their games, even forced into games that don't need it. So I'm not very excited for it much at all. I'll play it, but that's not saying I'm really excited for it. And lastly, Swibbles asks that finally, I do not know if you've gotten around to playing Demon Souls, but the spiritual successor, Dark Souls, is scheduled to be released at the end of the year. Have you heard anything about Dark Souls at all? By the way, Demon Souls is one of the best action RPGs around. You should give it a try if you haven't already. No, I haven't. Everybody tells me I need to play this game. But I went and saw Demon Souls at E3, and I was actually talking to some of the guys there. I was like, yeah, I haven't played, you know. No, wait, I saw Dark Souls there. And I was telling the guys I haven't played Demon Souls yet. I really need to. I just haven't had the time yet to get into it. And they told me, actually, it's so late in the game that I probably shouldn't play it now. Because part of the game is interacting with other players, and just the way the dynamic works, that if I do play it now, I probably won't have as much fun anymore. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, is that true, or are they just kind of bullshitting me? Do I still need to get into Demon Souls, or should I just wait and play Dark Souls when that comes out instead? I need you guys' help. Well, guys, that's it for this week. I'm so sorry for taking so long. I promise I won't take long on the next video. And I do have some big reviews coming out for you guys as well. So stick around for that, and make sure you follow me on Twitter to win those Uncharted 3 beta codes. And as always, thanks for watching, and I love you.